Hey guys, so I just finished doing my initial review video for this beautiful ombre bob wig from RPG Show. So if you want to get all the specs on this wig, definitely go check out my last video. And I'm, pretty bored and it's a snow day. I have no work and I have no school. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this tag that a lot of people have been asking me to do, and it's the Mixed Girls tag. And I'm really excited to do this tag because this is one of the, better tags that I really like. Some of the tags I think are like kind of like dumb, so I really do like this one and I'm happy to do this one for you guys. So we're gonna get started and thanks for watching. Bye. Okay guys, so the first question is, what are you mixed with? My father is Black and Panamanian and my mother is Native American and Black. What ethnicity have you often been mistaken for? A lot of people when they first meet me think that I'm either Asian and Black, white and Black, or I'm Dominican or Puerto Rican. There's really no distinct nowadays way to tell what people are. Of course, there are some cultures you could definitely tell they're from that part of the world or that country, but nowadays I feel like everyone's just mixed. Everyone's like a mutt nowadays, so I think it's hard to tell what people are nowadays. I don't feel like you could just go up to someone and say, I know you're this, I know you're that. So a lot of people just think that I'm Dominican, Puerto Rican, Black and white, or Asian and Black. Is your hair curly or straight? When I was younger, my hair was like a tight, kinky curl, and then I started getting relaxers at a really, really young age, and obviously it took away my natural curl in my hair, but now I'm transitioning to go back to being natural, so I'm like kind of in between. Like my roots and like maybe a couple inches away from my roots are like kinky curly, and then the rest of my hair is just straight. Was coming from different backgrounds challenging growing up? No, it really wasn't. I moved to the town I live in now in 3rd or 4th grade. So from pre-K to like 3rd grade, I lived in a town that was predominantly Black and Spanish. So I had more kids that were like me, and I really didn't get teased. There were a lot of, white kids at my school as well, but everyone got along. I never got teased for being what I am. Even when I moved into the new town that I moved into at that age that was predominantly white, everyone was, no one teased me. No one was like, oh, she's the only Black girl in class. Like, it was nothing like that. So it was pretty good growing up for me. Which backgrounds do you embrace the most? When people first meet me, I just say I'm Black. Not that I'm ashamed of being Panamanian, but me and my father aren't really like that close. I don't speak Spanish. I've never been to Panama, and I don't even know my Panamanian side of my family. So, when people just come up to me and ask me what I am, I just say I'm Black. But as they get to know me, I'll, explain to them, my father being half Panamanian, but how I don't really, shout that I'm from Panama and I'm just so freaking proud to be from Panama, because I don't know that side of me, but it is who I am. So I make sure that I tell people that that's what I am. But when people just ask me, I just say I'm Black. Have you ever been teased for being different? Like I said before, no, I've never been teased for being different. No one has ever came at me for being the only Black girl in class when I moved to the town that I live in now when I was younger. What I did see though when I was in elementary school, middle school, and even high school is a lot of the African kids with, darker skin tone, they would get teased and they would just laugh it off. But I know that it bothered them. And I never thought it was okay. I'd always make sure that I spoke up, even though I'm not African or that has nothing to do with me. What's wrong is wrong. And, I really didn't like that. And, I know it was the reason why I didn't get teased is because a lot of people knew that my dad was half Spanish and I fit in more with the Spanish crowd at my school, and I didn't have darker skin. So I feel like that's why I didn't get teased. But I know a lot of the darker skinned kids and the kids that are from Africa or that I went to school with, they got teased a lot. And it really did bother me. Like, I'd always speak up. I didn't like it and I didn't think it was cool. And, a couple of my friends explained to me, oh, you don't get teased because you're light skinned. Like, look, you could fit in with the white kids, you could fit in with the Spanish kids, or whatever. But that didn't make it right. But I personally never got teased, but I did see other Black kids from different backgrounds get teased. Have you ever been ashamed of being multiracial? No, I've never been ashamed of being multiracial. I love being who I am. I think it's great to come from, you know, different backgrounds. I knew a girl in my school that was like Italian, Russian, German. She had a little Chinese in her, had a little black in her. Like, she was a lot of things. And I think that that's beautiful because you have family from all over the world. You can share all these different traditions and have all these different, you know, great foods and music and just the culture. Having different cultures is just amazing, and to be able to share that with other people, especially like friends, I think that that's great. I love being multiracial. I love meeting multiracial people that can explain to me their different traditions and show me different things. So I always thought it was great. Do you feel that being mixed has its benefits? Exactly like what I just said. Some of these questions are like the same, but exactly like what I said, it definitely has its benefits because you can just have all these different cultures, you know, in one. And like I said with the girl, she had tons of different backgrounds, so she was able to, you know, she spoke tons of different languages. She knew all about different cuisines, dances, music, and I just thought that that was really, really cool. And me being her friend, she would share all of that with me, and I thought it was amazing. I was like, dang, I wish I was all these things, but I've always been happy with what I am, and I think that it's really great when you're multiracial and you have different backgrounds. The last question is, any advice to someone who struggles with their multiracial identity? Personally, I say forget the people that have a problem with you being multiracial, the people that tease you for being multiracial, and just keep your head up, keep it pushing, and just know being multiracial is a beautiful thing. Nobody wants to live somewhere where everyone is the same or is doing the same thing. I love being multiracial. I love meeting people that are multiracial, and like I said, it's beautiful. Don't be ashamed of who you are. Don't, you know, don't dull your shine to conform to what everyone else thinks is right, because that's whack and that's boring. And even if I were to be teased, I feel like I come from such a strong background and strong women that were just always proud to be who they were. And I feel like you just need to surround yourself with people that are proud to be who they are and don't want to conform to what society thinks is okay. Because there was a kid that I went to school with, he lived down south, and he was black and he was white, and living down south, he used to get teased all the time, and people would call his mom all types of names because she married a black man and had a half black baby. And when he came up here, it was like a breath of fresh air. Like, he loved being up here, and he was just so happy because he was around so many people that were just like him, multiracial, and were proud to be multiracial, and saw that the people up here didn't care as much as people down south, and it just boosted his confidence so much, and he was just able to be himself. He would even tell people that, you know, down south, that he was just black or just white, so people wouldn't make fun of him. And when he came up here, he was able to say, yeah, I'm black and white. People were like, oh, that's dope, that's cool, and keep it moving. So for anyone that may be getting teased or, you know, just know that it's okay to be multiracial. It's a beautiful thing to be multiracial. Keep your head up, and just don't ever dull yourself down to make someone else happy, because at the end of the day, you're going to make yourself miserable. You're going to end up depressed because you can't be who you want to be. So just be who you are, and everything will fall into place. And I hope you guys enjoyed this tag, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.